Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are on our way to Watches in Switzerland, a unique moment in history of Nico Leonard. It's the first time that an authorized dealer, first of all, opens their doors for me. Probably not for me, by the way. It's probably for Ryan Serhant.
No, I have no doubt it's for Ryan Serhant.
I'm really looking forward to that. Just going through the shop. Basically, it's my shop for 3 hours. Not bad. Looking forward to meet Ryan and looking forward to talk about watches. I'm really curious what he actually has. I know he has a Royal Oak because he's never wearing anything else. So I'm really curious. Apparently, he has multiple watches. Sun is out. It's freezing. I have my scarf. I don't have a coat because I want to look well.
I thought it was going to be a lot colder though.
And I saw Boston. Did you send that video?
They threw boiling water in the air and it turned to snow.
Thankfully that's not the case because I wouldn't be able to survive with temperatures like that. No chance. It's 7:50 now. We're arriving at 9 minutes past 8. I am excited. Actually, this is me being on time for once. Like, I didn't want to be late, you know. Let's get to Watches of Switzerland.
20 minutes later.
I don't know what we should do. Should we walk? Oh, I know her. I know her. That's the Patek allocation thing. She does Ed Sheeran. She does Ed Sheeran, yeah. That's funny. Don't have the camera running too much. Having an opportunity to speak with a legend like Kelly for the first time ever. I've been looking up to her and her work for the last 10 years. 5 years to be fair. But she only 5 years because 6 years because that's when I was really made it my job. I've seen many of your interviews. She was the boss at Tell Yourself, Tiffany.
Prior to coming to Watches in Switzerland, I oversaw the Patek Philippe salon at Tiffany.
Basically anyone that in any way, shape or form was important tried to impress Kelly because Kelly was the one that decided if you got a watch or not. That was it. So she was the boss woman. I didn't expect to see you here. I was like, I stepped out of the car and I was like, that's Kelly. She does that, Sharon. Don't have the camera running too much. I didn't expect that.
You can't hide the cartoon character that I've made myself. So.
She's actually a good crack as well. Unbelievable. I'm just going to do a quick walk around with some brands I want to see. But look at that, what they prepared for us. Breakfast. Problem is, I'm on a diet, as you guys know.
You're on a diet for about 30 minutes.
What are you talking about? But look at this. They kept the shop open, and I'm just going to say this, not for me, but it is for me. Just I want to clean that.
I would claim it. Absolutely.
It doesn't happen very often that an AD opens the doors for me. Normally I'm being kicked out.
We open for you.
I appreciate that very much.
It's our pleasure. It's our
pleasure. And then
pleasure.
Kelly,
Don't feel his ego here.
This is pretty damn cool. Like, I made a video about a clock in Dubai. It was one of those that went viral to about 20 million views.
20 million views.
Yeah, that was alright. Like,
I have like 325 views, I think, on one of my reels.
We'll make a star out of you. She's already a star, but she's unknown star. She's the star between the stars.
The star that gets in the way of you actually looking at a planet.
Oh, that's fun. Hello, how are you?
What's up, sir?
Ryan, how are you?
How are you?
Nico, hi.
Hey, I'm Ryan.
How's it going, Johnny? Nice to meet
Hey,
you.
man, how are you?
I like your coat.
Hi.
How are you?
Love everything right now. How long are you in town for?
A couple of days, we have a few meetings, and then Philadelphia.
Welcome to America.
Right.
So I brought my watches. I don't know what to do. Everyone texted me 9 times. I put them in an oven mitt. I didn't know what else to put them in.
Oh my God.
Like,
that is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
An
in my
oven mitt.
life.
They're all just in there. See?
Oh!
Is that how I'm not supposed to do it?
Nah, yeah, why not, mate?
Because I didn't know what else to put them in. The oven mitt protects your hands.
No,
I thought it
Ryan,
would
this is
protect
the
your...
worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Really? Well, should we get them out? Now you're freaking me out.
Luckily, gold is one of the softest metals, mate. So don't worry about it.
Oh God, I can't breathe.
Ryan, no offense, but what's going on here?
You told me to bring watches.
Yes,
So I
not in
didn't
an
know what
oven
else to
mitt.
put them in.
This disgrace. Let's sit down. I want to talk watches with Ryan, right? He is the daddy of the estate agent game. He sells apartments.
Myself now, the daddy.
The daddy sells apartments. What is the most expensive apartment you ever sold?
$134 million.
$134 million. May I ask you a question? What is your commission on that?
3% of that.
That's insane. That's insane. So the watches are going to be transferred from an oven mitt to a proper...
Well, I've got this one. I can put this one here first, right?
I always see you wearing that watch, mate.
Because it's light. The AP, the Irish is coming in.
Ah, you see?
Right, right?
That's
It's
nice.
light, right? Because I'm always on the go. Like I'm in and out of apartments and this. I got to go like this a lot in my job. I'm turning on lights. Like if it's too heavy, like I don't,
Fair enough.
Life is short.
Do you use the second time zone on this?
No, what's that one? What is that?
This is... Let me tell you what Royal Oak this is. What you see here is a 26120 dual time.
26127. Yeah.
Yes, that one. In steel, 39mm. It's actually a neo-vintage AP introduced in the early 90s. A watch that's actually really well respected and you rarely see one, so that is really cool. You see this?
Yep.
That is where you can set a second time.
Okay. What's the top left?
Top left is the power reserve and you don't have much left. So you need to move it more. The more you shake it or you wind it, right, this power reserve will go up.
I always thought this one was told me how fast I was moving. And I thought I was moving so fast sometimes. I'm like, wow, look my speed. I'm just doing deals so quickly. And now you just totally blew that up for me.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, mate. Right, I want to see more of that. This is really, really cool.
So should I pull these out in order of importance?
Yes.
Or?
No, just take them out and tell me the story. Did you buy this yourself? Were this gifted? Did you
this one...
rob someone for it? No?
No. So this one I got I want to say I got that one 10 years ago, I think. Probably around 2013. I just started building the sales team. It was like $1 Million Listing New York season 2. And I didn't really have a whole lot of watches, and I wanted something that was a bit more classy because I'll show it to you. I had a big Breitling for a while, and then the Breitling, my shirt sleeves don't go down. It's just so big. It's like you walk into a room and everyone's like, oh, okay, we get it.
You have a Super Ocean for sure. If it's that big, it's a Super Ocean.
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it a dive watch?
The dive watch?
Now, is it a dive watch?
Dive watch.
Yes.
I don't know.
Me no speak English, son.
So this is a...
Gérard Périgot.
Yeah.
Do you wear this?
Sometimes. It's a dinner watch. It's a classy watch. It's a black tie kind of watch, right? It's a black suit watch. It's very simple. No one has any idea what it is if I wear it.
Gérard Périgot recently became independent again after many years being owned by a conglomerate, but I have nothing else to say about that watch. It's just not my type.
Oh, okay.
No, it's just like, it's all right. What is the story behind this? Did you buy this?
No, they gave it to me.
Oh, they gave it to you?
Yeah, they gave it to me.
So there's no sentimental value behind this watch? It's not like there's a story?
No, I mean, don't break it. And
No, all right.
First watch I ever got myself. So this is old. I don't wear this anymore. I just have it now forever, and it's a Hamilton.
That is cool. That is cool. Your first
I
proper
think when I was
watch.
actually in college, when I first wanted a watch, I got myself a Hamilton. I went to Hamilton College in upstate New York, and so that was the extent of the decision. And it looked like a real watch. Like, this is also 2003, so it was the first watch I ever got that didn't have a battery in it.
Did you purposely buy a watch that was powered by a mechanical movement?
Yeah, I wanted mechanical movement, something that that wouldn't just die, right? And actually like a real watch. I wanted a real watch, and because it was a Hamilton, I thought Hamiltons were nice, and I went to Hamilton.
Hamilton is really cool, and today still, they're absolutely unbelievable. Value for money above anything else, but they also do some really quirky things.
They had like the triangle watch that I did.
Yeah, that was Elvis Presley, but we'll not talk about that. But if you look at, for example, how their strategy is now, they recently collaborated with a video game. Like, which watch brand does that? That is really cool, and that is Hamilton, mate. I really like that. And the cool thing is that it is your first watch and you still have it.
Yeah.
Do you remember how old you were?
So I guess I was 19.
And then the urge to buy a mechanical watch was there.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you. Love that. Hand this down to your kids. That is that watch.
Yeah, I don't really care about the kids, but yeah, for me, I think that's good. So then there's this one.
Rolex Daytona. Tell me the story behind this watch.
I had a couple other watches at this time. I think it was 2016. I was selling a lot of real estate. The team was getting bigger. Things were good, but I hate spending money. Like, I hate spending money.
Like making it.
Yeah, I like making it and saving it and then never spending it. I very, very distinctly remember the multiple years of living in New York City without any money, and I will never forget it, and I'll also never go back there. In my business, the real estate market, just like any business, right? Markets go up and markets go down. But when the real estate market's up, it's up. But when it's down, you die. 2020 in New York City, the only deals we did were through litigation. And so it was like all business completely comes to a halt. I don't know, I had a moment of like, I should have nice things. And I was still renting like a tiny little apartment. I don't know if this is gonna be embarrassing, but I'm like in the Miami airport, there's a watch store, and I walked by it and I saw that and I went in and was like, can I just buy that? They said, yes, you can buy that. And I think I bought it, and I think it was like $29,000 or $30,000 at the time. It was one of my first like expensive purchases, because like, I don't remember how much the Hamilton cost me. That one was free. This one was $16,000. That one was then $30,000. So all of a sudden I was spending twice something on a watch. Like,
can I change your approach there? You didn't spend that money to buy that. You just converted the currency to buy that watch.
Sure.
You just converted that because that's still worth more than you've paid. Although this was coincidence and not really planned, this has been a very good buy.
The most recent watch I got is this one.
Unbelievable.
It took my wife a year to get it.
Your wife got you that. You put it in that mitt. Can I have a cloth here, please? Because this is the watch that should be cleaned. This is disrespectful.
Allow me.
Kelly the legend is sorting this out for you. Was this a present from your wife?
Yeah, it was a present for my wife.
What was the thought behind it? What did you achieve? What did you do? Were you home on time for once, or what was the crack? Did you do a good deal?
We started our own company in 2020, and it was really hard. It was a lot of work. It was totally crazy. Our brand colors switched over to blue, and so she was trying to think of something special to kind of commemorate that, and it took a long time to get, I guess. And then what's crazy, it kept getting stuck in customs because of the strap. They would not let it through, and they kept sending it back, and then it would get stuck in customs.
You have to detach the strap from the watch, then they allow it through. This is one of the nicest blue dial you'll ever see in a watch.
Oh, that's good.
Why are you still wearing that AP and all that?
To be completely honest, my sleeves end up being kind of tight when I wear suits and stuff. And so the AP is just really, really light, and it's very sleek, and no one has any idea what it is. I really like the face of the Royal Oak with all the little squares. But I do wear that one.
I would wear that.
Okay.
Any day of the week. What a watch. You know, I see a recurring theme here in the watches that you have purchased. It's chronograph, it's complicated, there's busy dials.
Yeah, the busy dials, they look pretty.
That's what I believe.
It has a whole earth on it.
Yes, it has all. It's very busy.
How many watches do you have?
Let me just see, what do we have here? You see that?
Oh, there's diamonds on this one.
Yeah, but it's like factory is a really important one. I always have several watches randomly in my pocket, you know. Like,
What is happening
that's
right now?
alright. Like, you see, this is what a watch guy does. He just
Never
brings
go
in
into the
watches.
subway in New York City. You would be the best person to find in the subway.
The thing is, I am scared shitless, so I always take a taxi anywhere and run literally from the front door of the hotel to the taxi in a sprint.
So then when I got into real estate, so then this is the...
Super Ocean.
It was because of the bracelet and because of the chronograph, and it just looked expensive. I have not worn this one in quite some time, but it was pretty.
Very cool, but very big.
Very big. Hard to wear with a suit. But
Do
a
you
fun
remember
watch.
the day that you bought it, and what were you thinking at that moment?
I left the office. I did a deal. My whole life revolves around deals. This must have been 2011, and walked up to Tourneau, which is right up the block on Madison, and walked in, and I'd never spent $3,000 on anything in my life.
Still haven't lost a penny yet.
Oh, that's good.
You should wear this a few times.
I thought maybe it'd be cool to wear all of them at the same time.
We can do that.
Can
In
you?
a photo shoot and some Speedos.
Yeah.
That would be quite cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I feel like that's what you do every Saturday.
No. There's a chronograph, right?
Right.
You can't really measure speed or distance with this. This is more like a toy. No offense, right? This is a tachometer where you can measure distance and speed. That says units per hour. That's not on here. So it's very difficult to really time that.
Yep.
The Super Ocean was first introduced in 1957 as the first dive watch of the Breitling line, about 4 years after the Rolex Submariner came out. Breitling has been off path for a good while, but ever since George Kern took over a couple of years ago, I think Breitling is on the way back, and I see really cool stuff.
And I think I have one more. This one I really liked when I got it. I haven't worn this one in a long time. I wanted a Bell & Ross
Bell and Ross, I never expected that.
with the rose gold.
Alright, you saw a photo of this and you just wanted this.
I saw a photo of it, and then I could not figure out where to find it. It's big.
Wow. Do you still wear this?
I really go between the Vacheron and the AP are the two easiest kind of watches to wear, and then the others will come out to play for different special occasions if I let them out of my oven mitt.
First things first, Kelly, they need to watch roll because
We got it.
right, this is very, very important because you don't throw this shit around, right? That's not happening. Ryan, I
Yes.
really appreciate your time. I really appreciate you making a watch video with me.
Thanks for flying in here from Ireland.
Listen, I wanted to see your watch collection.
Is this a collection?
Would you consider yourself a collector right now?
No.
Why not?
Because I've never collected with the intent to collect. It would be like going into someone's apartment and they have some cool art. Like, are you a collector? No, I've got some cool art to make the walls look nice. Like, this is more just over time I've found cool things. Like, I could not find this. You know, this one was free. This one was like
I want a free watch sometimes.
an important part of my life, and I think it's pretty. This one was the first time I ever spent this kind of money on anything in my life. This was a traumatizing day. I remember trying to negotiate it down, I think from like $3,900 to $3,300, and like waiting for the woman, and she's like, well, you look kind of young for something like, and then she like kept selling me, and then I was like, I am a salesperson. You can't sell a salesperson. But then like I wanted it, and it was cool because especially when you're young, watches are kind of status symbols more than anything, you know. Now it's a little bit different with an Apple Watch. I'm pretty sure I have a bunch of Apple Watches. I don't even know where they are.
But let me tell you one thing, you are a collector because every watch that you have here, you still remember the moment you bought it. There's a story behind it. Every watch is part of your life, and you even started hunting for a watch. So yes, I would actually contradict that and say that you are a watch collector, but you don't know it yet. You're in the denial phase.
What would you
Okay.
rate the collection?
I would rate this collection out of 10, not value-wise, but thought-through-wise, emotion-wise. I would be a solid 7 out of 10. Thank you for your time, mate. What a guy.
So do I put these back in the oven mitt now?
No, absolutely no chance.